Hi everyone, welcome in. It's a Monday night live stream. Haven't done a live stream in a couple of weeks, so I'm really excited. I'm excited to have a guest on with me tonight, someone to talk to. I was doing the workout video live streams for a while on Monday nights. Um, and then it just got too busy. So I'm so excited to have a guest with me tonight. I hope that you guys are all doing well, that you had a great 4th of July and a great weekend. Let's see. Let's see. One day I'll figure this out. Wow, we got a lot of people in the chat. Welcome, welcome. I'm just trying to figure out how to get my guest on here. Just give me 1 minute. Hi, Life. Hi, Cheryl. Hi, Paleo Barbie Does Keto. Welcome in, everybody. Just give me 1 minute. All right, let's see.
There we go.
All right, we're here.
Finally, we made it. Can you hear me?
I can. Can you hear me?
I can hear you. Now, if I can find my glasses so that I can see you.
We've got a lot of people in the chat. We've got Cheryl. We've got Lindy from Paleo Barbie. We got Life from Life's Magical Journey. We've got Alan from Alan's Awesome Keto World. Welcome in, everybody.
Hello, everyone.
And this is Michelle from Life Adventures in Keto with Michelle. She's also starting a new channel. Why don't you tell us a little bit about that?
I just decided I would split up my ketogenic journey and my workout journey over onto one dedicated site because that's the message I really want to bring everyone, and just keep everything else over on the other one. So we're just doing ketogenic recipes, vlogs, that kind of thing.
Great. So go on and check on over her new channel, Michelle Lifts Bacon.
If I can get to comments. Hey, Cheryl.
Oh, she said, 2 beautiful Michelles. Thank you so much.
Oh, that's right.
Her name is Michelle, too.
Yeah.
2 Michelles. I've got the kids here with me, so.
Hey, kiddos, how's it going? Waiting on mommy. Okay, I won't take up too much of her time.
It's okay. We waited so long. We've been trying to coordinate this for a while, so I'm excited.
Yeah.
So tell me a little bit about your journey. How did you start your journey?
Okay, well, about 10 years ago, I Googled diets for arthritis because I was a housekeeper then as I am now, but I could hardly work because of arthritis in my fingers and all of my hips, back. I mean, I was just really almost disabled with that. And when I Googled that back then, it gave me Dr. Eric Westman's white coat video, and he called it no starch, no sugar diet, and then it would take all the inflammation off of you, and it was wonderful. So that is where I started. Well, of course, I flip-flopped. I didn't dedicate to it back then, and I've just really recently, I'm on day 3 again on this journey, so I'm just trying to buckle back down. I have grandbabies now that I need to keep up with, so I really need to, my health needs to come first.
How are the grandbabies doing?
Oh, they're awesome. They live too far away for me to see on an everyday basis, but we had a little bit of time over the 4th of July to take the little man on a boat, so we had a good time. Thank you for asking. Yeah.
How old is he now?
He was it 15 months old?
15. Wow.
He started climbing, and I didn't know that before he came to visit me this last time, so that was an experience. I was not prepared for him to be climbing. My house hasn't had a little one in it quite some time, so we were not little man proof, but we are better now than we were.
It doesn't take them long to show you what you missed when you're baby proofing, you know.
Especially when they have others to follow. They're seeing the bigger kids do this and that. So yeah. So he learns quicker than most, I guess. Or when the first one takes him a minute. He's the third one, so he's got
I know my third one gives me a run for my money. I always say, like, if he was the first one, I don't know if I would have had more, because he's like.
He does that on purpose. He gives you the good one first, so you forget. You forget until the second one or third. Mine was the second one. We stopped at 2. No more of that.
We have Aretha joining us. Welcome.
Hello, Aretha.
I love her channel so much. She's got such
I haven't resubscribed to a lot of these on the keto channel yet, but I'm working my way back up to my list.
So you said that you've had to like pivot and refocus yourself. So whenever you have to do that, what kind of steps do you do? What tips can you give other people that might, fall off and feel like having a hard time getting back?
Oh no. But the thing about the falling off to getting back on is you know exactly what's coming. And so you kind of push it a little bit. And maybe I'm the only one, but before you start a diet, do you not like have everything that you wanted before you can never have it again kind of mentality? That's where I was before. But I didn't do that this time. I just quit and said we've got to refocus and get back on this. And I feel so much better. So I call day 3 the euphoric day. If you can last to day 3, if you get past the headaches, day 3, I started getting some of my energy back, and my electrolytes kind of leveled out. Electrolytes are really important when you jump back in like that.
What do you drink for electrolytes? Do you have anything that you can recommend to others?
Well, I don't know that I recommend it, but it's what I can afford at the time. But I'm just using the Propel sugar-free water enhancers right now. But I have come across Element's little ingredient list. You know how they make their mix in. So I'm going to try to make my own at home. So I'm going to experiment. Do you take electrolytes?
I do take electrolytes. I actually drink them. I've been starting to drink them every night with my apple cider vinegar. So my husband got me these. I forget what brand they are, but I think he got them at the vitamin shop, and they're like a little canister, like this big. They have like a screw on top, and they're lemon lime flavored. So when I drink them with the apple cider vinegar, then I don't feel like I don't taste the taste as much as the apple cider vinegar. It tastes like I'm drinking like a lemon lime, like soda water or something. And then I just mix that with water and an ice cube, and voila.
See, I'm looking for something like, because I have to take several of those little mixers to get any kind of I eat pickles and do a little bit of other thing. I do apple cider vinegar. I didn't think of that as me. But I put no salt on my food as well. So I'm trying to up the electrolytes everywhere that I possibly can on a cheap budget,
I mean, hey, you gotta make it work in a lifestyle that's gonna work for you.
Right.
You're spending too much money. Everything costs so much now.
I know. I just did crunch the numbers on as many of the Propel things as I really could get some better electrolytes with the money that I'm spending weekly now, because it just keeps going. The little box only holds 10, and it keeps going up and up every time I go to the grocery store. So I'm going to try to get all the stuff and make it myself.
What was that?
I'm going to try to get all the ingredients to make it myself with the recipe that Element has on their website. Yeah.
There you go. I feel like that would be good for your new channel, like showing us how you make it. That would be awesome.
Right. I mean, those numbers, I can live with those numbers. I'm a cheapskate or frugal as well. So I kind of, when it gets to like $1 or more a little package for electrolytes, you think, I don't know if I can do that. It's expensive to me.
Yeah. Well, that's good, because a lot of people, are living on a budget. Sorry,
She's
I'm
making
like,
you beautiful, Mommy. That's okay. You're dual purposing. It's fine. All right.
I'm
jealous. I don't have any. Oh, it's got rainbow. Oh my goodness. I'm jealous now. I don't have rainbow hair. Hair.
It's Rainbow Dash from My Little Pony.
Oh, she's making you beautiful, Mommy. That's so sweet. Lord, cherish those moments, girl. Mine are 25 and almost 30, so they don't stay long.
It goes by too fast, though. I can't even believe. So what do you have advice as me, not even as like a keto person, but just as like a mom and raising kids and family life?
I feel like back then I was just surviving, Michelle, so I'm not sure I could give you any advice, but to enjoy the moments. I mean, those dishes are going to be there. I mean, the 2 minutes that you can spend with one of them in a meaningful conversation or a memory made, do it.
I saw a good a GIF on Facebook, and it was like oh, this laundry will get done in 7 to 10 business days, and I'm like, yep.
Right. We back then we had a basket system. None of the clothing ever made it back to a room, a closet, a dresser. I just put 3 baskets. These were blue ones were clean ones and gray ones were dirty ones, Michelle. That's how we handled this. We just dug through baskets. I mean,
Well, it's hard
too
too,
many.
'cause, we don't have space, so like, my husband's seen a lot of those where it's like sorting laundry different places, and we don't have a lot of space, so we just try to, do the best we can with what we have.
Right. Give up on matching the socks. Just give up on that. Just put 2 socks on them and go. No
And
matching.
why do they feel the need to put kids' socks like every different pattern? Like they can't just make black socks or white socks?
Just forget it. Just a pink one. Let them pick them out. Pink on one foot, yellow on the other. Just don't even worry. They don't even worry about it no more, Michelle. Nobody cares no more. Just there's a good. I mean, imagine how much time a mother would save if they didn't have to match socks. I mean, really.
Definitely, for sure. I spend I think my revolving sock bin, it just, I need to give up. This war is not being won.
Well, and and you're going to look back on that one day going, I don't have any laundry to do today. How did I get there? I have no laundry to do. So I'm on the other spectrum.
So what do you have as like a favorite food or a favorite dish or something that we might see coming to your channel soon?
I've really started liking the egg loaf again with extra recipes, like the French toast sticks made out of egg loaf. So I'm doing more of a higher fat version this time than I had before. So.
All right, I'm here for it. I like it.
Yeah.
What do you? So how are your eating habits gonna differ, like now and over based on what you've learned on keto and you already said you're gonna go with a little bit more high fat approach.
Right.
But what is this new approach? Like, what is your new look on your nutrition gonna look like?
Okay, I'm gonna try to like the higher fat version of like Dr. Eric Wissman's plan, but I'm gonna when I jump back in like this, I'll let myself have a couple of the things like the little Quest cookies or some things like that, maybe even an energy drink here and there. But I hope to go with a cleaner approach soon. Maybe a more whole foods kind of thing. So that's where I hope to transition. But I'm being honest with what I'm doing and how I'm doing it right now. If it's 2 a.m. and I want something to eat, I'm going to eat. If it's 8 a.m. and I'm not hungry, I'm just not going to eat until maybe I'm hungry enough to have a meal. So snacking for me is easy because of the job that I do. I don't have much time for meals, so I'll have a little bit here and a little bit there. But if you look at it from the whole day's period, I've been munching all day long. There's not really been a break in my system. So I think I need to kind of put that back in play. Just eat. And it sounds simple, but it is really hard to do. Eat when you're hungry and don't eat when you're not hungry. Don't just unmindful munch. So.
Are you an emotional eater at all, or?
Definitely an emotional eater. Definitely, I have a binge background, so definitely the emotional hider as well. Like, run through the drive-through before I go home to cook dinner, and chuck it at a gas station before the house, so that no one knows that I've had a meal already. I mean, that kind of background is what I came from. So I'm trying to be more accountable and hoping that showing the journey just for the ketogenic side will help me, for myself be accountable, even though I'm the only ketoer in my household. Everybody else is still doing the sad diet. So it's just me. and that's hard.
That's kind of like all those points that you just hit are basically like kind of describing like me too. You know, I'm bingy, and when I'm good, I'm good. When I'm good, I'm great. And then when I'm bad, I'm just like, oh well, I might as well, just eat the
I've
whole.
already,
Mhm.
yeah, I've already jumped off. I might as well have this day and just start over tomorrow. And then you go, yeah, that's where I am. Exactly where I am. Like I said, I'm on day 3, even though I started this channel 14 days ago. And I had 3 weeks before I started the channel under my belt. And I'm like, why do I keep doing this to myself? Why do I keep doing great? And then all of a sudden, just go off. So, again, that's one of the reasons why I went back on the high fat, because it was more satiating when I did that on the beginning of my journey about probably 8-9 years ago. It's just more satiating, so I'm gonna try to do it that way first and see.
Yeah, well, my husband now, he's learned like my patterns. Like, I'll sneak off into the kitchen, and I'll like hide and like start just eating, and he'll call me out on it now, and he'll be like, "You're gonna be upset with yourself. You're gonna, be so mad at yourself tomorrow." And I'm like, "No, I'm not." The emotions talking, and then there I am. I'm like, how much of this can I shove in my face before he realizes
Before
that
anybody knows I'm in here. Oh, girl, I've been there too. They're like, I'm gonna make these fat bombs. I'm gonna put them in the freezer so that I can't eat them all. You can't eat the whole thing of frozen fat bombs. Just saying, it can be done. So I try not to even do a whole recipe. Like I said, I'm the only kiddoer, and I can't throw it out. So I'm gonna have to. If I make it, I'm gonna have to eat it, and that's hard to deal with as well on that side of things. Like, I would like to have a little treat when he sits in the TV at 8 o'clock at night and has whatever he's having. Now, what am I going to have?
Now, does he support you on the keto journey, even though he chooses not to eat that way, or is it kind of like an uphill battle? Or
he doesn't really care either way. But Mike is an old school man's man. That's really the only way I can explain to him. He hates change. As long as he doesn't have to eat this way, he's perfectly fine. But he's not trying to push stuff on me either. He doesn't, I'm thinking, that's too late to be eating something. But when he sits down with his treat, then I'm like, okay, now I want something. What am I going to have? So well, he does, but he doesn't, if that makes any sense. But we got to live together. We still got to live together and interact, but it's hard.
Well, my husband, he was like dead set against it when I first started. And then now that he sees how successful I've been, I think he's starting to come around to it. And like he's starting to eat it a little bit more. But I'm not big at like pushing anything on anybody. Like if you want to eat a certain way, like eat the certain way. Whatever works for you is not going to work for me, and whatever works for everybody's not going to work for the same another person. So, and then when it comes to the kids, like I do think that they need a portion of carbs to, grow and be what he, so we've had a lot of conversations about like sugar and how it affects you. And my oldest, she just turned 9. She's starting to be more inquisitive about it. The other day she said, I'm giving up sugar. We were in a car ride, and for 2 hours, so we were talking, and shockingly, I wasn't the one that brought it up, but she started asking about like how it'll affect her and her when she's growing up and becoming a teenager, and that's scary.
It is, but do you imagine if we had the opportunity to give up sugar before adolescence? I mean, some of those emotional ups and lows, highs and lows, wouldn't have happened maybe if we had them. So,
and she was like, Mom, am I going to break out? Am I going to have acne? And I'm like, well, you're going to be a teenager, so you're going to be a teenager, but like, maybe, I don't know. We'll know when we get there, but, So she was like, I think I'm going to stop eating sugar. And I'm like, well, if that's what you're going to choose to do, then that's fine. I fully support it. But, I said, I'm not going to make you stop eating certain foods, and whatever you want to eat, you have to learn how to make the healthy decisions for yourself. And she was kind of like, okay, I'm going to give up sugar. So then the next day came and she's like, I want to make a milkshake. And I was like,
you're like, that's all sugar.
And she was like, well, maybe tomorrow. And then today she was eating like candy or something. And I said, I thought you were giving enough sugar. She goes, oh, maybe tomorrow. And I'm like, okay, that's 2 tomorrows in a row. Now it's developing into a habit, you know?
Right. Right.
But
Well, and then when she gets a little older, she will understand even if she's asking questions now, maybe at some point she will know the answers to those questions early on and not have to fight like we have. I mean, I feel like I've been fighting with some kind of diet since maybe 11 or 12. Isn't that sad? I mean, really, if you think about it like that, it's so sad.
well, I mean, I feel you because I've always been like the heavier set kid. I've always been heavier. I've always, struggled with my weight. My friends were all, like skinny minis and they ate whatever they wanted to growing up. And I was the one that was, sitting there struggling with, not only just my weight, but like my appearance in general. And, not being comfortable with myself was a huge thing because I was always picked on. So going back to it, what,
Took off your unicorn hair. How dare you?
it's like, I went back to, my dad, who, if you guys don't know, is Alan from Alan's Awesome Keto World. Him and we used to do Weight Watchers together, and, I was trying a variety of different, like, calorie counting, and it's never been successful. So I'm happy that this has lasted 2 years. Will it last forever? I hope, but I can't tell you the future. So,
right. Well, you're doing really good. I want to work out more. I've started walking back again, but I got to build myself back up because I just quit all exercise, so I have to start over. But I am walking now, so I got to start somewhere.
Are you doing the steps challenge at all this month, or?
I am not, simply because I wanted to double down on this channel and kind of get some stuff filmed. And I only work on a cell phone, so I have limited, because I have to do a little bit, get it all uploaded, and then move it around so that I have space on my phone to do more stuff. So to do his justice, I have done them before. It really is a motivator. Are you doing it? Are you doing yours? Good.
So yeah, I am. I'm the team captain of the Protectors. So
Cool.
Protectors, keep stepping.
Keep stepping. So what is your personal goal for that? Is there a daily step goal for yourself that you set?
So I try to do at least 10,000. I shoot for 15,000 or more if I can. When I was working in retail, I was stepping like a crazy amount. I was doing like 20,000 steps, like 15,000 steps was like the minimum, and I would do 20, 25, no problem. But now my job now is a lot more sitting and a lot more standing still, so it's a lot harder.
Right.
And I would have thought, like, working retail and walking all those steps, that I would have been like skinny as can be, but that wasn't the case either. So.
Well, you would think, but you think about your body just like your diet that you eat, it gets used to the amount of exercise you have, and then you've got to go. That's kind of where I am right now. I'm a housekeeper, so I get about 10,000 steps on work a day, but I really need to push it and do more just because my body's used to doing that kind of, that kind of exercise. I'm not losing anything from it. It's hard.
So we've talked a little bit about your diet and eating plan going forward, but specifically towards exercise, what kind of like goals have you set for yourself for that?
Well, I'm almost 50, and I think I really did enjoy lifting weight when I did it before, so I really would like to start with a program. Do you lift weights?
I
Do
do.
you
So I
cardio?
follow Sydney Cummings. She's a YouTuber actually, and she's got like all different workouts. So if you're looking into start lifting again, she's got workouts at home. She's got arms, legs. I think Saturday my workout was like glutes, and then today it was chest and back, and then
Okay.
tomorrow it'll be like a full body workout, and there's all different like HIIT, Tabata, um, she's got different like so the workout plan that I'm doing now is like a really long one. It's called Summertime Fine,
Mhm.
and it's basically like segmented. So the first couple weeks, the first couple weeks are focused on like stability and endurance base, so lighter weights, but working consistently for like a minute at a time.
Okay.
Then now the ones that I'm getting into are like building. So now it's a little bit more of like, like maxing out the weights. So doing like 3 rounds of exercise. 2 will be at like your moderate to heavy weight, and then the third one will be trying to push up into either a weight that you haven't done or a weight that's harder for you to do the exercise with, so you get that little bit of guilt.
Okay. So does she have different levels that she's teaching to let you know the video, like an intermediate or beginner or whatever, however? And you said
Well, it's not necessarily, but she has like for every single exercise, she'll have like a modification. So, like,
okay,
if she has
that's
like a
helpful.
cardio workout, it'll be like, this is what you would do for a low impact. Or, if you're just starting out, try doing like one arm at a time, or, things like
Right.
that.
That's good. That's good. I mean, for
But
the start.
she's what I started out with when I first started like exercising in general, because I didn't want to go to the gym and be like embarrassed.
Right.
So I started exercising at home, and she had some workouts that were like at home, no weights needed. And that's kind of how I got into it. And then I said, well, let me try one of her plans. So I got some like a little bit like moderate weights. And then from there on, I was like, okay, if I want to get stronger, I have to like start going to the gym and start
Doing
lifting some.
doing more. We have a Planet Fitness that opens in September, and I'm really contemplating joining. So we'll see. I don't
I
really
love
have
our
space or time at home, and that sounds bad to actually have to leave your house. But my children have moved back in with me with animals, and it's very hard to like lay on the ground to do exercising stuff with 2 dogs running around. So I'm thinking about it. So we'll see. But I need to start somewhere so that I'm not the one that's going, okay, now what do I do? Now what do I do?
beautiful. Yeah, Planet Fitness, I would highly recommend, because my husband has Planet Fitness, and they have the like, especially in the newer ones, they have like the Black Card Spa, and they
Oh,
have like the hydro massagers there. They have like
oh.
meditation pods, and
Yeah, this one's
yeah,
brand new, and a brand new strip mall kind of thing there. So
yeah. So check it out. See.
uh-uh.
Oh,
I don't know. We lost you for a minute. I lost me for a minute. Something happened.
I know. I saw it blip, and I saw the kids' things blip too. So maybe it's my area. Maybe I don't know. There is a storm coming in, so.
We're all kind of professional over here. I
All
say that
right.
all the time.
Let's see what we have going on in the chat. So a
Okay.
while ago, just Jason Keto came in. So welcome, Jason.
Hey, Jason. Jason, did you get my email return?
Cheryl said she's been struggling with binge eating too. Life says it's good to teach the kids healthy habits.
Hey, Life.
Alan said she should stop eating the sugar, meaning
Yeah.
like this.
Daughter.
Lindy said she's getting her steps in. Watch out, y'all, in the steps challenge. She's coming
Uh-oh.
for you.
Hey, Roscoe.
Cheryl's getting her steps in too. Whoop,
Yeah.
whoop.
See, I haven't even. I put mine on charge when I drove up here and haven't even looked to see what I did today. Let's see. Where would I be in the challenge if I entered today? I'm only at 4,000 today.
4,000. Well, you still got time left in the day. Get it,
I know.
girl.
I only worked this morning. I haven't done anything. It seems like I've been in this car all afternoon, but it'll be all right. I went to the chiropractor and did some errands, so it's fine. But here it sits in the seat beside me instead of on my arm with all those steps to go.
Beautiful job. Rosio, I don't think I know her yet, so I'll have to connect with her.
She is a great supporter, Rosie Silas. Probably saying that wrong.
Well, nice to meet you. Welcome in. And then Lindy said that she is familiar with Planet Fitness too as well. So she said that the new ones have really great machines. So
All right. Lindy, are you going to tell me how to do them? Or are you going to teach me behind the scenes how to not look like a fool in the gym? Oh, you just got to start somewhere. Like I said, you just got to start somewhere and not worry about everybody else.
what do you prefer to do when you go to the gym?
I have never had a gym membership, so I could not answer the question for you.
Ooh, that would be so exciting.
Oh, I've done Zumba classes and step classes and all kind of cardio stuffs before, but I've never really joined one. Just go there to do the little class or whatever. So that will be done.
Well, two things is they have classes there, so you can take classes, and YouTube is free, and there's a lot of great people on YouTube. You know, Kristen QuickFit, everything, and there's just so many great channels out there.
There are. You're right. There are.
So how do you handle like meal prep and stuff? You said you're really busy and you need to have snacks that are like easy to go. So what's your like go-to meal prep?
Okay, go to meal prep or snacks?
Snacks, meal prep. I don't know.
Okay.
Maybe the snacks are your meal prep. I don't know.
Well, for snacks, I like to have protein snacks. So I like Jack Links, the cheese and the little salami or pepperoni combo, or beef jerky or something like that. Something that's kind of heavier, but not, if that makes any sense. Just enough to get me by till dinner, till I get back to dinner. But when I meal prep, I do like stuff that is good either cold or hot, because a lot of times I don't want to go into a household and clean it and then microwave my lunch on the way out, because today's my lunch was broccoli and chicken marinara stuff I'd made up last night. You don't want to microwave something like that broccoli before you leave after you just spent 4 hours cleaning. So usually a casserole of some sort is what I like to do for lunches, just something simple.
Well, that's great to know, because a lot of people are on that kind of schedule where, you're in a hurry to grab and go stuff. And
right. I try to, Sundays are Sunday afternoons are the days that I usually generally put aside to, I call it put my life back together. Sunday afternoon, because I'm in the car a lot too, so I have to unpack the car and repack the car.
What was that?
I said, so I have to unpack my car from cleaning supplies and then repack for the next week, because every week the customers change and stuff. So I'm in the car a lot, but then I have to take dishes in, and it's just a whole thing. So that Monday morning I don't feel as crazy. Try to start my week prepared. So I try to at least do one meal prep for in the afternoon, either a lunch or dinner, so that I'm not grabbing every meal somewhere else or out of the refrigerator and make a bad choice.
Do you have like a set day off? Do you have like work like Monday through Friday, or do you work on the weekends?
I'm generally double booked on Monday through Friday, and then this season is what we consider cabin season. We live on the lake, and I take care of a couple of cabins that have to be freshened up in the middle of the week because there's just weekenders staying there, not someone who lives there all the time. So there may be a Saturday here and there in the summertime, just because of the schedule of how they're renting out the cabin. So it just fluctuates, but mostly I'm just Monday through Friday. Mostly I don't have to work weekends.
All right, and Rosio said that Crafty Ketovore shouted out. I'm not sure whether it was your channel or my channel today because we're both Michelle, but thank you everybody for coming in today. And
Yeah.
Cheryl said she likes to do meal prep too. What is your favorite kind of casserole that you make?
It's the breakfast casserole. It's a sausage. You probably could do any meat, but I'd prefer sausage. It's a scrambled egg casserole. Really, it heats real well too. So that's a good 7 days worth of, a good breakfast whenever that happens.
Yeah, that's what I was supposed to do for dinner tonight, and then we had some like fried chicken in the freezer that was like frozen, and I was just like, I got out of work late. I came and I was like, I gotta get on the line, so I like threw some green beans in the pot, threw some fried chicken in there, and voila, there goes.
There you go, dinner.
What did you say to Zach?
I said, can you guys stay out of there? Can you make him come out? Ask him if he wants to watch tablet. I think I'm gonna have to start getting going soon, but
that's fine. Whatever you need to do.
But how do you handle? I did have a few more questions.
Okay.
So when you either have like failure or you're hitting a stall, how do you kind of cope with that? What's your best advice for others that might be dealing with that same thing as well?
Well, I think it's a good idea to keep up with what you're doing, how you're doing it, so that when you hit that stall, you can look back. I'm old school and I write everything down. So I keep kind of like a food journal kind of thing. If I've gone up in weight, then the week before that, there has to have been something that doesn't really sit well with me or my body doesn't process well. So just listening to it's essential to listen to yourself and really pay attention to those times when if it's not emotional, if you've failed at some point, you can look back and see with the failure how you've led to the failure and then correct it next time. I think I wasn't doing enough fat before, and so that's why I've started with high fat. So, I just kind of know myself that well.
And are you going to be like tracking carbs going forward, or are you going to be?
I'm going to try to track it in Carb Manager, but I did do a macros calculator to figure out height, weight, your age, and that kind of thing to see where my range start at. I don't trust Carb Manager to tell us that kind of information. So if anybody is going directly off of Carb Manager, please check somewhere else just to make sure those macros are correct. So, especially females, sometimes they don't take into consideration hormonal levels and that kind of thing. So,
are you doing total carbs or are you doing net carbs?
I do total carbs for me because my binge background lets me play too much with the net carbs. Well, 2 more net carbs isn't that bad, it's slippery slope for me. So I do total carbs so that I know for a fact what has come in. I have a Keto Mojo, but I'm contemplating on getting the strips again and really checking those levels like that before. Again, I've done that a couple of times, so I can kind of tell the way you feel. Not necessarily, what the Mojo says, but you can tell, I think, if you're in ketosis by the way you feel. So, I don't know. I may not test. Do you test?
I know now I definitely feel like when I'm in ketosis or not, because like, even after 4th of July, I tried to stay as pretty good as I could. The binge eating got a little bit of the best of me because, you know,
All
when
this stuff.
alcohol's involved, it's even harder to control it.
Right.
Um, so the little bit of extra sugar that I had, I was like, oh, so bad.
After you live stream, can you use a sponge to unclog the
Yes,
TV?
can you not say that in the middle of the live stream?
Hello.
They're so
It's
cute.
fun and games over here. This is the real life.
Real life. That's fine. It's totally fine.
It's fun.
you know. So what advice do you have somebody like just starting out? What advice do you have people based off of like the lessons that you've learned along the way?
I'd say keep hydrated and mind your electrolytes. Since it's an anti-inflammation diet, you can really get on the dehydrated part side of it if you're not real careful. So that's what I would say. Just mind your electrolytes and not, don't quit just drinking your water. You don't have to overdo it, but keep hydrated.
I think that's especially important, like especially now in a lot of places where is it hot where you are?
It is. We're only 86 today, but it rained on us all day yesterday, and it got down to like 70. It was great yesterday afternoon. It was like 74. I mean, it was just, but it had been raining all day, so it was short lived. But last week we were in triple digits, and then the feel like temperature was like 112 or something like that. So it's been bad.
Yikes! Triple digits.
Yes, the actual temperature was triple digits. Yeah.
Oh man. So yeah, definitely stay hydrated in that case.
Definitely stay hydrated. It's very important for everyone. I have been in a serious situation with dehydration with this diet. That's why I say that. Just be careful. Be very careful.
And do you have any certain way that you like drink your electrolytes and drink your water? Like, do you have a certain goal for water? Do you have a certain time when you say like, okay, this is when I'm going to drink my electrolytes?
I try to do 60 ounces of water without anything in it. And then I have at least 2 of those sugar-free mixers. But I'm a coffee-aholic. So after my coffee, I start on water. And then I can't have mid-afternoon coffee until I've had enough water. My little treat is the coffee to make sure that but I try to first thing in the morning. That way, at nighttime you can have a full rest. You gotta cut yourself off. I'm almost 50, so you have to cut yourself off a little sooner than you probably do. But just try to force it. I mean, you just gotta get it in. I started with a phone notification that would tell me to drink more water. Just a reminder.
No, she just drew a picture of me. You guys ready to see the reveal?
Oh, let's see. All right, you with your unicorn hair and all. So good.
But I'm not really a big coffee drinker. I don't like coffee in general. So I drink, and this has been getting to me lately. Like the amount of caffeine that I drink. I've been drinking Bangs, and it started out first as just like, oh, this is great. I'm having some more energy, and on the sleepless nights, it's something that's helping me bridge to the next. And then eventually it got to 2 Bangs a day, which is like 600 milligrams of caffeine.
Yeah.
So that's where I am now. And then sometimes I can feel the caffeine is way too much because it's built up over like weeks and weeks of having 2 in a row. So this past weekend, I was trying to do a caffeine detox because last week I was like, oh, I feel like, my chest is beating.
Yeah. I had to quit. The Bangs, to me, I haven't done a blood sugar test or anything on it, so I can't prove it. But there's something in I love the way they taste. I love the energy it gives me. But it makes me feel really kind of weird after it's processed.
What did you say?
I started drinking Alani Nu because those Bangs, I had a weird reaction to them. And I think what you're saying, you've had so many of them that you're just, I had so much energy, and then I just crashed on it, and then it started making me feel weird when I would drink one, so I had to stop.
But I need
So-
some caffeine in my world because you never know what's going to happen at night. Somebody's coughing, somebody's throwing up, somebody's, wetting the bed, somebody's, waking up in the middle of the night.
The Alani News are good. There's only 200 milligrams in that, and I don't have a weird side effect after drinking them either. So I don't know what the sugar replacement is in either one of those either. So I don't know if that has to do with it or not. But I had to quit Bang. I hated it because I loved them, but I had to quit them.
I love them, and they make me like less jittery than like a Monster or a Rockstar or something like
Right.
that. So that's why I like them so much.
And then
But
the taste, to me, the taste is so good. They just outshine everybody else in the taste department. So
do you have a favorite flavor? If I try the Alani, what flavor should I try?
I've only tried the cherry slush, the red can. I take that back. I tasted the Hawaiian shaved ice, and that wasn't very good. I didn't like that one. I drank it because I bought it, but it wasn't very good. I like the really sweet stuff, though, for me, the sweet profiles of the taste. So.
I do too. And sometimes I think that triggers the binge eating too, is because like
Oh, yeah, because, yeah.
Well,
the
you were saying
sweetness of
the net carbs before, sometimes like I allow myself to eat something that's not that high in net carbs, but then my body tastes the sugar, and then it's like, okay, we're doing this, we're gonna eat all the
We're
sugar.
going all in. Now we got to have all the things. Yeah, I've been there too. And I think that, again, where I can look back and if I've known what I've ate, even yesterday, like sometimes the food that you had yesterday is going to affect you today. To me, that helps me look back and say, well, what did I do yesterday? Or what didn't I do yesterday?
And your body's changing, so like what affected you a certain way yesterday might not affect you the same way today, and
Or the combo of the things. Or even the combo of what you're having together. I found some things that I can have together that's okay to have together, but it really triggers me if I just have this thing or this thing to have more things. It's just kind of interesting. That's why I tell everybody, every body person is different. I mean, you can't do my keto because it may not work for you. You have to do your keto. You have to figure it out. But
exactly, everybody is, you got to learn how to know your body, and then it's like some days, it might be like every day is a different day of meeting yourself, that's kind of weird, but I feel like that sometimes, like, the Michelle of tomorrow is not the Michelle of today, and
right now, in the middle of this night when you've been up and stuff, and so tomorrow you may eat more. The next day you may not eat as much. You just have to know that that's happening. So before we get off, where do you stand with the scale? Are you an everyday weigher, or do you weigh periodically, or how do you handle that?
This is one that I do. Can you do that?
I'm an everyday weigher, so it helps me, like you're saying, on the accountability side. Like I can't go a week and say like, okay, like I'll come out okay on the other side. Sometimes it does get a little bit like on the obsessive side, and then I have to like, tell myself like that it's not everything, that number is not everything. And sometimes after I do a binge eat, I have to tell myself like that's not like the actual pounds gained. It will subside over it.
I can't weigh the day after I've binged. I can't do it. I will binge another 3 days if I do that. I just give myself the grace that I have messed up, and we have to put the scale in jail for a couple of days. But that comes with time too.
See, if I do that to myself, then I end up saying like, oh, it wasn't that bad, and I might as well do it again, So
Right.
I'm like the opposite on that direction because I feel like that weighing every day is like really crucial to me because it gives me like a baseline to start. Like, okay, either yesterday was good because of this or yesterday was bad because of this. And like, how do I move forward on today and make some better choices?
Right.
Where do you?
I can see that. I weigh once a week. But this since I've started, I've weighed a couple more times than just once a week. So it hasn't bothered me one way or the other yet. So I think to show the true what I'm eating and what I weigh the next morning kind of thing needs to kind of still happen so that I can see, or whomever's watching can see that it's doable. So that's why I ask. I don't know. Does it help when you're watching other people? Does it help? Do you know that they weigh every day?
But
Does it when you're watching people here on YouTube that are doing this weight loss journey too? Do you see most of everybody is still weighing every day, that it doesn't bother them, or what do you see?
I don't know. I think it's like kind of like 50-50. Like
Personal.
I think some people it helps them and some people it doesn't. Just kind of like you were saying with the keto diet. Like you have to do it your own way. Like, you know, if you're have like that addictive personality and you're stepping on the scale too much, it's not good for you. But you know, if you can like track other things and the number on the scale, you know, some people they don't measure the number on the scale, they measure the inches. So like, you know, you can't tell anybody else how to do their journey.
Right.
You know, we're all here to support each other. We're
Right.
in the
Exactly.
community together. We've been at the highs together. We've been at the lows together. And that's what I love so much about this, like having a channel, being in the YouTube. And I would say that that's probably one of the most unexpected things that I've encountered about this YouTube journey, because I did start it because I started the YouTube channel to be more accountable, and I never ever expected like connecting with people like I have, even like across different platforms, like the people like Scratch and PPA, you know, and like
I call him Mr. Everywhere. I call him Mr. Everywhere. Scratch and Pete. I call him Mr. Everywhere. How does he do it? I don't know. He's everywhere. I don't know how he does it. So we need to learn some things from him.
Oh my gosh, I know.
I agree. I agree. The community's awesome. There's a few bad rotten seeds, but we won't mention none of them.
But like even look at like Cheryl, she's hopping in, and Lindy, she's hopping in, and
Yes,
they're
thank
all
y'all.
hopping in to share their time with us. Like this is their time that they could be spending doing anything else in the world.
That's right. I say that a lot. I appreciate you pressing play with me today. You could be anywhere in YouTube, but you're here with me. I say that a lot. So yeah, true. Thank you, guys.
But I'll let you go, because speaking of time, the house is starting to erupt, and it's getting chaotic in here. So
more chaotic. Okay. Well, thank you for having me, and we'll see you all later.
Thank you for coming, and I appreciate it. And I'll see you soon.
Sure. Okay. Bye-bye.
Bye.